What is up, investors? Jason here. So it is an absolute bloodbath over in the market at this moment. We have the crypto market completely in the red. We have Bitcoin below $40,000 at this moment, and we have the entire stock market in the red. The only stock that I was able to find green that I'm watching is GameStop. That's the only one I was able to find in the green at this moment. We have all of our tech stocks in the red. We have the whole EV market in the red. We have Tesla below $1,000. It's a very interesting time. So in this video, I want to go over the entire market. I want to talk about I want to give my opinion about what is going on at this moment. So as we get to it, if you don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press that like button. It helps me a lot with YouTube algorithm and helps spread these videos to more people that might find it interesting, and subscribe if you have not already. All right, now starting first with crypto. Now looking over at Bitcoin, we were wanting Bitcoin to stay above that $42,000 price. We wanted to stay within there. Now we fell through that $42,000. We weren't able to continue holding support there. Bitcoin crashed through. It's currently holding at around $38,000 right now. Now this is not the place that we really want to be at. The $42,000 price was a price that was more along the lines of a more safe spot, because we can see that when we do pass that $42,000 support and we're able to continue going from there, that's when we have the best luck. So holding at 42,000 was our best bet for Bitcoin. Now we've fallen below that, so that does make things a lot more bearish with Bitcoin than we were before. And looking at the crypto fear and greed index, and we can see that we're just in complete extreme fear at this moment. And with so much selling off in the crypto market, the entire crypto market, where Bitcoin makes up around 40% of the market share, the crypto market is currently valued at $1.785 trillion, about $1 trillion less than the entire market cap of just Apple. But stocks are in turmoil too. And looking over at the only green stock that I have on my watch list, GameStop is the only one in the green, where we're seeing large amounts of stocks just in red, where we have Netflix even down more than 20% right now at the time I'm making this video. Now in the past, you wouldn't really see much of the crypto market reflecting a lot of what the stock market is doing, but times have changed. We have a lot more investor interest in the crypto market. We have a large amount of publicly traded companies that are invested into Bitcoin. And of course, Bitcoin controls a lot of what is going on in the entire crypto market. Now, a lot of what's going on at this moment actually has to do with the federal government. We have inflation going crazy. We have interest rates that have not seen a rate hike or substantial rate hike in 3 years. The federal government really needs to shrink their balance sheet. Now, currently, everybody's trying to figure out exactly when the Federal Reserve might pull the trigger on cutting the size of the balance sheet and how big the drawdown could be when it does happen. Now, since the central bank is currently in the process of slowing its purchases of Treasury and mortgage-backed securities with a view on halting fresh buying altogether, and that's on track for March, when it is expected to be followed by the first of a series of increases to the overnight policy rate. The next step from there would be when it chooses to stop reinvesting the cash from existing holdings as they mature, thereby shrinking the balance sheet that's been expanding over recent years in order to help market functioning and support the economy. So what we're seeing is called quantitative tightening. Now, quantitative tightening is the opposite of quantitative easing, which quantitative easing is what we were in. In quantitative easing, a central bank buys bonds to drive down longer-term rates as well. As it creates money for those purchases, it increases the supply of bank reserves in the financial system. And the hope is that lenders go on to pass the liquidity along as credit to companies and households, spurring growth. Now, QT means reducing the supply of reserves. Now, originally, we were seeing the QE process happen before the pandemic happened. And at that time, they were saying that we would see QT happen in the background over a period of time, and no one would really notice it. But when we put into all the stimulus money and the insane money printing, well, that really changes things. And we can't look at QT happening over a long period of time, because inflation is just absolutely insane at this moment. And so something really does need to be done. So we really got to slow down inflation a lot. We got to stop the money printing, and the Federal Reserve needs to start getting some of that money back. So this is going to be an interesting thing to see. Now, as far as the whole rest of the market, we're seeing a whole problem with tech. One of those is being that we have seen for companies like Netflix, who's had a very bad day in the market. For Netflix, what happened to them is that they're just seeing a massive slowdown with the amount of new subscribers, and that is just because they've had a huge increase of subscribers over the pandemic. And then you would expect, as things do slow down, that you would see a smaller number of subscribers joining, and that's the case. You can't really expect Netflix to really continue that large subscriber growth when they're reporting, how many subscribers they have every 3 months. So in the case now for Netflix, they're seeing a huge sell-off with their stock because a lot of this substantial growth that they were seeing has just been wiped out. But anyways, this is something that's worth following, and it's really interesting to see how much the crypto market is following what the stock market is doing. So with that being said, I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on the whole market at this moment. Is there anybody that is looking to buy anything at this moment? Is there anybody out there that is looking to buy Netflix stock or Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency in general or any stock in general, as we are seeing an opportunity to possibly buy the dip? So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.